changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. What it do? What it do? This your boy Gangsta Cap. You already know what time it is. I got the lowdown for the low now, and this is where it go down. Like, share, subscribe to the page, because you already know this the #1 spot on YouTube for on-air interviews and celebrity gossip. 101.1 You already know what it do, y'all. What it do. You already know what time it is, man. Time to get this morning show started. Break down some content. You know, I've been keeping it kind of low lately. Staying back. It's Saturday morning. Salute to all the real ones out there. You already know how we get down, man. You already motherfucking know. If you ain't subscribed to the page, make sure you do so as well. Appreciate you for joining the team. Welcome to the Cat Gang, the realest gang on the internet. And we don't just do it like we do it for them. We do it like we doing it for TV, man. Kimmy in the building this morning. I got her up, y'all. I got her up. Let's see what we got going on, man. Let's see what we got going on. We got content, man. We got motherfucking content early in the morning, man, because you know it's going to go down. We got content. I don't know if y'all heard about it, man, or if I'm the first one to tell you. Let me get my screen right real quick, y'all. I forgot to do it before I started. Just the way players play all day, every day. Y'all ready, y'all? It's ball game. It's heard. So it's going down with P. Diddy again, man. Just when you think he was out of the bushes, man, he getting kicked right back in. Right back in the bushes, y'all. Right back in them. So a John Doe says Biggie's son, CJ, helped facilitate him get sexually assaulted by Diddy. Pay attention, y'all. A John Doe is saying Biggie, small son, CJ, Christopher Jr., Christopher Wallace Jr., helped facilitate him to get sexually assaulted by Diddy. Y'all paying attention to this, right? What was CJ doing with Diddy? Why is CJ, Biggie Small's son, doing sexual activities with the Diddy? You don't find that weird, Kimmy? That allegations is coming out now with Biggie Small's son?
I think that's crazy. Why is this just coming out? And this is completely absurd. This is I don't know. This is crazy.
Miss Wallace is rolling over in her grave.
Biggie rolling over in his grave. Like what?
Biggie Small's probably not surprised. You want to know why? Because I've always felt, and I still say to this day, I allegedly feel like P. Diddy and Biggie Smalls had a sexual relationship.
Listen, and we have to just be completely honest, right? This man, with all of these allegations, it has come out. So it's completely, and we don't know, he hasn't confirmed it, but it's completely fair to say that he's bisexual because he's having sex with women and he likes to possibly have sex with men. That's fine. It's when it's not consenting. However you live your life. Okay, he's sleeping with men. But right here, this is assault. And it sounds like he was forced to do it. It doesn't sound like they two consensually having sex men that were fine with it. It sounds like it's assault. That's what makes it a problem. The action of picking and choosing who you want to have sex with, that's on the choice of the person that's having sex. I really don't care. It's when it's assault. If he wasn't there to consensually have sex with Diddy, if that's what happens in these lives, if Biggie was having sex with, if that's what's happening behind closed doors, this doesn't sound like it was agreed upon. It sounds like he was forced. It said he claimed he had to ride home with the taste of Diddy's genitals in the mouth after men held his head as Diddy forced him to perform oral. That's assault, not two consenting adults agreeing to an act. So it doesn't matter that it's a man or a woman, it's about the assault that's coming with it. If him and Biggie had the relationship, if that wasn't consensual, it was assault. Then he was forcing him and Biggie felt obligated just as Cassie did. But if it's like, that's what I'm saying, that we need to really just throw out because that's the flash in it. Oh my God, it's a man. No, it's a man sexually assaulting people. That's really what it is, whether it's a woman or another man.
And to make it so bad, let's get into it, y'all. Let's see what this say, man.
Because my thing is, what was the situation in which you were here and this happened?
Let's see what the story say. The same John Doe who accused Diddy of throwing a semen-covered Biggie shirt on him is now accusing Biggie's son, CJ, of being one of Diddy's accomplices. According to TMZ, the man claims during 4th of July weekend in 2020, he was lured into Combs Corporation vehicle by CJ and a few others, then was taken to a Revolt TV location. After arriving, he says he was ambushed and escorted to a room where Diddy was allegedly waiting. He claims he was sexually assaulted after multiple men grabbed his head and as Diddy allegedly tried to stuff his penis in his mouth. He claims while sexually assaulting him, Diddy was yelling about how John Doe's days working for Bad Boy Entertainment were overdue to a disagreement they previously had. He claims members of Diddy's teams snapped a photo of the act as humiliating evidence. After the assault, he was able to escape back to the vehicle where CJ was located and taken back home. He claims he had to ride all the way back home with the taste of Diddy's genitals lingering in his mouth. But it doesn't stop there. He claims CJ and a few members of Diddy's team. So CJ was working for Diddy. Y'all see this, y'all? So CJ was making money for Diddy under
he
Diddy. He's a street part of the street team. So CJ and a few members of Diddy's team worked together to coerce him into being assaulted with promises of future business endeavors that never happened. He even claims Diddy threatened to fuck the shit out of him in a meeting. Now he is seeking damages from Diddy, CJ, and others he claims were involved. Oh my God. What do you think when you hear that, Kenny?
Well, one, I misunderstood because I thought his sexual intent was with CJ. But yeah, this absolutely sounds like Diddy's MO. Because we've heard these stories before. And look, personally, I make my own decisions. I don't have no reason to believe that he didn't. This sounds like Diddy. It sounds like a man of power. CJ is like what Cassie is. You have to stand around. If he's close to Diddy, he's afraid of Diddy. So he helped facilitate the assault, right? On a guy that was overdue. So now this is, we don't know the situation. It had to be bad enough for Diddy to embarrass the shit out of him this way. Now, most people don't understand the humiliation because you're not Diddy. And Diddy ain't got no problem with assaulting a motherfucker, dropping his D in his mouth. Why? Because this is what he do. He gets down. It's insulting for you. It's not insulting for Diddy. That's why they took the picture. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's humiliation to where it's bizarre to other people. Diddy is like, man, nigga, I got the money and the power. I'll fuck the shit out of you, bitch. I'll fuck the shit out of you in this office, physically and financially.
And mentally.
And mentally. He's not lying. All three of the above. Why? Because this is why he's here in his situation in the first place. Bro, he's been doing this to women and men for a while. That sounds like something he
a lot of charges is about to come out of this. If they can corroborate this, you are looking at another state charge for P. Diddy, CJ, and whoever the members part was that worked for Diddy.
Right. Well, John Doe is mentioning CJ, so CJ would be the Cassie to this. He would be the one because
John Doe would be the Cassie.
What?
John Doe.
Well, Cassie was assisting Diddy. She was getting all of his people, all of these people that were allegedly assaulted or had sexual encounters with her. He helped. So he got John Doe. He got John Doe, brought him to Diddy, right? For whatever was going down. You're the guy. You're too scared of Diddy, so you keep just doing your job. You're doing your job. That's what she said. I was scared to quit. This was my job. I was a sex worker. His job is to do whatever the fuck Diddy said. So now you help Diddy assault this nigga because Diddy got some shit with him. You're assisting with him. You go get John Doe, bring him off.
He said CJ was sitting in the car when he went to the car. CJ brought him there, and CJ was sitting in the car waiting for him to come out. So CJ is going to be the one that the state used as a witness.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one that the state used to testify that corroborate that this happened.
Right, because he helped facilitate a sexual assault.
And he's not going to want to go to jail.
And he's like, just like Cassie don't want to be involved with being in a prostitution ring where she can catch charges. That's why she sat up there, and that's why all these other guys is like, she was down. She was afraid she liked it. But if she don't want to be in trouble, so she gonna make it look however she needs to.
You know what the crazy thing about it is? All this is coming out before sentencing.
I think, even with hearing that story yesterday with that guy, the sex worker with Cassie, this is crazy to me because I've grown up watching the OJ case. I've been here a little bit. I've watched a lot of cases, and social media has expanded since then. There's things happening that were never allowed. People were not doing interviews about the case. These things can hurt the case. You hear what I'm saying? How these men are talking about Cassie. People can things can really sway, even if they come out and try to throw him the book. It now leaves an opening for people to be like, no, 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 this is wrong. And all of America has been watching because they're hearing all of these things about these people that were openly engaging with him, getting paid. You get what I'm saying? It's the complete opposite of what you're trying to throw him in jail for. So now you're giving a different light. Where if the agenda was concrete, it would just be one. But now we're getting all of these mixed signals because at one time everybody was against it. He put his ass in jail. Now people are like, he only gonna get about 5 years. He gonna be now. It's the climate's changing. So I think it's really dangerous when this stuff is coming out because people could be like, oh no, it's just like all the rest of the lies that we done heard because these people are down. And they've been getting paid and everybody's been working. You niggas just got fucked over, charged to the game. It's unfortunate because legally it's all wrong, but at the end of the day, people feel differently about it. You know what I'm saying? The idea is different. The agenda you were trying to push slowly looks like it's changing because social media has the ability to go out of mainstream. These people are not just sitting with Fox and NBC anymore. They're sitting with regular fucking YouTubers, regular and bloggers, right? And they're able to still push their narrative, right? Without being blocked down and being like Fox, NBC, ABC, we're not running shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of control.
And they know what they're doing too.
Exactly. They know what they're doing. So I feel like this is really turning into a shit show. It's already been a shit show, but now that we're getting all of these different opinions and forming emotions, it's changing the motive.
Now you ain't never lied, man. And like I said, man, y'all better look forward to state charges coming because, like I said, this is one case, but he also got another one that just came, and it's cases that's coming that's hitting these deaths that the state is going to have to investigate because these cases, just like for instance with this case, we just heard kidnapping, putting somebody and forcing them in the car and taking them to a location, that's kidnapping. We just heard of a sexual assault, making somebody forcefully do something, that's sexual assault. You see what I'm saying? And once they corroborate all these stories and get people to flip, man, and there's money involved. Oh man.
Well, my thing is this: how come this information? Because I'm pretty sure if the feds got everything back from '92, how is this missed? Has this not been discussed? Why is this coming out now?
Remember I told you I literally believe that when the state and government, like what he did on the federal level, remember he was charged on the federal level. Mm-hmm. It wasn't missed. It's just those charges weren't federal charges. Okay. So the federal charges, you got trafficking, prostitution. But at the state level, he hasn't even been charged yet at the state level. The state level has yet to say, okay, we want to arrest him for guns. We want to arrest him for this. They letting the feds do what they do to him right now. Mm-hmm. Once the feds is done doing what they do to him, you still got to worry about the state sweeping in and say, okay, well, we saw them guns you had in your house. We saw the drugs you had. That belonged to us. Mm-hmm. As the state, them is our charges. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is sexual assault case that they come with you at. These are charges. Now, it's up to us.
It's going to be on a federal level.
No, on the state level.
No, not the essays. I'm talking about what he's going through now. Trafficking. That's all on a federal level. But everything else, that the pink cocaine, all of that other shit, that's going to fall under the state level.
So we have yet to see how the state want to react to him. And like I said, that's what the state will do. They'll sit there, wait, let the feds play their thing, and then all of a sudden at the end they say, "Ooh, peekaboo! Oh, you thought you was free? Mm-hmm. You thought you we let you go. You thought you was good? Nah, nigga, you ain't never good. Come here." Just like they did with Boosie. He was in the state dropped the charges. He walked out of the courtroom and the feds came and picked him up right outside. They lock you up. What the hell going on? Don't be shocked, nigga. We want this. They didn't want it. We want it. They ain't gonna prosecute you, we'll prosecute you. That's how I go, man. Hopefully he get this shit right, man. Y'all know how it is, man. Hopefully he get it right. Somebody gonna tell him no. Somebody gonna tell him. Y'all know how it is. 101.1 The Bounce. You only get it over here. You only do. You only do. That's what I said, man. It's crazy how this shit be. It's crazy how it be, gang. Crazy. Fucked up situations all the time. And there's a lot of them out there. But you know, Gangsta Cat got the news you can use. Ain't nobody got the news you can use like Gangsta Cat, man. So when I tell you it get crazy, bro, in these streets, it get crazy. Let's be real. Motherfuckers be going to work. And me and you talked about this plenty of times, man, where we be dealing with people in these streets that ain't your average. And remember I said some of these motherfuckers need IDs so we know what type of people we dealing with, because we got to work with these type of people. We got to walk the streets with these type of people. And some people just don't have it all. You know what I'm saying? And when we was in school, they separated these type of people from us. But they don't separate these type of people when you get to the real world, when you leave school. Like I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Roll one up, man. Because I'm about to break this one down for y'all. Like when we in school and we know, and I'm trying to say it at a respectable, when we know someone's disabled, right? And might not be mentally all the way there, they put them in different classes. They put them in the basement. They got their own floor. They got their own barracks. You see what I'm saying? They put them where they're not taken advantage of. They put them where they're not going to get into fights with the other students, because they know that the way they are and the way we are, it's not going to coincide at the same time, because he's not right. He might be reacting and going crazy, and doing shit and ready to fight somebody, knowing he gonna get his ass beat, but because he's mentally challenged, he don't give a fuck. I done seen kids in high school that's mentally challenged that's willing to fight the world, but will get his beat up. But because the nigga was mentally challenged, he didn't even realize what he was getting into. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do stupid shit. But so what I'm telling you is, now you get into the real world after you graduate, and nobody can. They expect us to guess. These niggas be getting social security checks. They be getting all types of medical care. They be on medicine, and we supposed to guess who these people are. I'm talking about they be working next to you at McDonald's. They be working next to you at Wendy's. And then when you get into an argument with them, you think you're going to get into a regular argument like you get into a regular argument with a normal person, but you're not arguing with a normal person. You understand? This person is insane. This person is mentally challenged. This person really shouldn't even be working in a normal workforce, because this person couldn't be in the normal class. You see what I'm saying? Now this person gets mad at you because you sent him home early for work, and she comes back and takes your life. So what we have here is a female with 6 kids, y'all, been working at McDonald's as a manager, handling her business, and had to deal with a female who was mentally disturbed, clearly mentally disturbed. Now, everybody know when you work at these fast food restaurants, when they slow, they gonna do what? Send you home.
Oh, right. When
everybody know that.
Right, when the business is slow, labor.
Everybody know.
Our kids got sent home.
I got sent home. When I worked at Subway, when I worked at motherfucking, I worked at McDonald's and been sent home. Right. When I worked at when I worked at Papa John's. When business is slow in
I
these
used to
fast
work
food
retail
jobs,
too, and they will send you home when it's a slow day.
but
Usually
they really doing it fast food.
they did. Oh yeah,
Fast
yeah.
food,
They don't want
they
nobody
really
standing
do.
around the fast
They don't want nobody standing around the clock, just standing in the back.
in the fast food.
In a fast food
It's
restaurant.
not like Walmart where you can walk around and find something to do.
It's not like we can say, go fix them clothes in line
Right.
and over there. So if nobody's coming through the drive-thru, ain't no burgers being made.
Right. So you going home.
Somebody got to go home. That means I don't need 6 people here. I can do it. I can use 4.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So she got tired of being the one that's chose always to go home. Always to go home, y'all. And she took it out on this woman that had 6 kids after this situation. The sad situation, man, because it's not getting too much attention, man. It's not getting a lot of attention. And this is the type of woman that should have a GoFundMe and people should be really supporting if you really want to keep it 100.
Right.
Because if you working at motherfucking McDonald's to support your kids, my nigga, and this the type of shit you got to deal with, that's what I said.
But you know what? It's just the right to be able to work. You should be able to be at work, do your job, and not have to worry about losing your life because someone else is going through it. Like you have a right to live in peace and not have to deal with people who are not in peace. You get what I'm saying? We try to keep our distance from things that people got going on personally in their life. This woman flips shit at work because she's tired of being sent home. She's got bills to pay too, right? So now this shortens her paycheck. So she's frustrated. I've been there, so I know what that's like. I drove up here only to be here for only an hour, and now I'm going home, and I only get an hour worth. But you get what I'm saying? And then you're like, damn, it's been slow all week. So now my whole week's check is there. So you're pissed off. And then you're like, well, why am I? Is there no other employee that can go and I can recuperate? So these are conversations that are had all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not far-fetched. It's that you flip so fucking far instead of saying, you know what, fuck this. Y'all do what y'all gonna do, and I'm gonna start looking for me another job so that I can recoup the money I'm losing, right? That's what people who are still about their wits do because they ain't trying to go to jail. If I go to jail, I'm not getting no money and I owe someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fall. So the whole purpose is to be like, let me put myself in a better position. People are not there. People are not communicating that way. People are not handling their business. This person went out. They said she walked out to the car and then came back into the building and then attacked the girl at the drive-thru.
She went back into. I'm about to show y'all. She walks out to the car, y'all. She makes this video, and then after this video goes off, she goes back into the McDonald's and commits the homicide. But I'm showing you this video to show you how you can clearly see her mental mind state ain't all the way there.
Right.
And we have to deal with these people in the public. Right. They don't have no specific jobs for these people. They don't create jobs for these people. They don't put these people, they make you deal with these people in society. And then when something happened to you, they don't take no type of repercussions or say, oh, well, you know, it is kind of our fault. We knew this motherfucker was this type of person because we do talk to him in counselings. We knew she was the type of person that'd snap on somebody. We knew she had a temper issue. You know things about this person that make this person tick that the manager don't even motherfucking know at McDonald's. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the manager don't know how to deal with her. But guess what? The psychiatrists do, the therapists do, her mama do. Everybody know about her medical conditions, but the motherfuckers that got to deal with her day to day. And then you send her to work like she's a normal motherfucking person. You send her to work like she a normal person. Salute, Beatmaster. You know what I'm saying? Disappear, salute. So they send her to work like she a normal person. Now, y'all ask me when you hear this girl, does she sound normal to you? Check this out, man. So this is what it is, man. A McDonald's employee accused of stabbing and killing her manager, Jennifer Harris, a mother of 6, had voiced her frustration on social media about repeatedly being sent home early by Harris. After being sent home once again, she allegedly returned with a knife and carried out the attack. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
Yesterday, I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when it's a lot going on, and then she tries to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard, doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So her all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she can keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Tell us about your sweet mom. My mom, who was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever.
So what you think, Kevin, when you hear that and you see now the accused assailant talking before she committed a crime, and she's saying like this woman is a bully, and she bullied me in that work. What you think when you hear that?
I don't know. She was definitely venting. She did not having the best experience at work. There's some stuff going on, and she feels like she's being bullied. That's why she's ranting. And I mean, how do we say she's not being bullied? What we'll need is the other co-workers to pretty much corroborate the dynamic between, at the work environment.
You don't even need to work if she put it like this. She feels like she's being bullied,
right,
because to her recognition,
right to feel
how she feels. To her recollection, she's saying, "I'm being sent home early.
Right,
I'm always being picked on.
Right,
it's always me.
It's me." But I've seen her make mistakes, and she acts like it doesn't happen. Understandable, we understand this all the time. She's probably, like you said, emotionally unstable. Probably has erratic outbursts all the time. The woman probably feels some type of way to her, and she feels it too. That's why she's getting sent home first all the time. You know what I'm saying?
She feels the resentment
for her. You messed up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how long she's been working. You know what I'm saying? Or with the situation. The woman's uptight with her, and she's feeling like she's at her wit's end. She's like, shit, people got lives too. She thinks she's special because she got kids. I got shit to do too. And that's the truth. We don't go to work because it's adult daycare or we want to just be somewhere for 9 hours or 10 hours to be someplace. You know what I'm saying? We're there to get money. And it's really to obtain the lives that we're living. When you're going to work and you're getting sent home and this is your only source of income, that shit pisses you off because your bills don't go anywhere. You're relying on your job so that you can live your life. And we don't know if she's on probation, she got fees, or she got a sick mom in the nursing home. Just like that woman got kids, she got her own shit going on too. She like, I gotta be here. I'm trying to make some money.
So just
and
like
you playing games off of your emotions, sending me home, and it's hurting me. Now
so she's saying why? So basically, why am I supposed to give a fuck about your 6 kids?
We all, but that's where everything gets personal because we all feel like one person is more important, whether she's crazy or not. She's at work. This isn't the public library. She's trying to work to get money. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's not robbing or scamming somebody. She's got a McDonald's hat on. So she's trying to be honest. So she's trying to get her money just like everybody else in the world. We all have problems, and no one person's problem is more important than the next. Because I don't live with you and you don't live with me. So it's not my job to feel like, oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go on home. Fuck what I got going on. See you guys later. No, I'm here for a reason too. So she's at her wit's end. She couldn't take it anymore and she snapped. That's a clear indication of fucking with people when you don't know what they got going on either. People are out here on their end. She don't have to be completely fucking crazy or insane. And we use that word loosely like we're not associated with crazy or insane. So when I say that, I'm involved too. Because I'm a human person having a human experience. And sometimes my emotions are a little bit higher and sometimes they're a little bit lower. You know what I'm saying? This woman is at her wit's end. She could be fine with it. Okay, every day I'm going home, I don't say shit. And maybe I curse out a little bit and I go home. But I can't keep taking this, and people don't know how to react. And unfortunately, she took another person's life. But she could be going through things too. She wasn't crazy, but this is her snapping point. What if she's borderline homeless? You don't know what people are going through. Now I'm losing I don't have a stable job, and I could be kicked out, and I'm dealing with this shit. Fuck it all. People just say fuck it. You don't know what
now they do.
Snap.
And let's see how the kids feel, man. Because this is who I feel sorry for most, the kids, man.
Right.
Let's see how the kids feel.
Never asked for it. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us. She died. She was so good to everybody. A hardworking woman. So kind. If anybody needed help, she would give you her last. Give you the shirt off her back. She did not deserve that at all.
How many kids does your mom?
6. All 6 of us. Me and my
5 girls and 1 boy.
My brother.
And she's aware that she took us from her.
We met everybody at McDonald's. My mama always shared with everybody that she loved her kids, showed them pictures of us. We would come up here. We met her coach.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on. And then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right. But we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked. And I caught her a few times making a mistake. And she tried to hurry up and play it off. nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me, I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids.
I'm gonna take my belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my
what they call a
kids.
hostile work environment. It's a hostile work environment. And see, inside offices, you have HR that you could go to immediately. Here, you got to contact another person to get to another person.
She would have had a lawsuit.
Right, she would have definitely had a lawsuit.
Any manager tell you, y'all act like my kids. I'm going to take my belt off and beat y'all. You had a lawsuit, girl.
The personal conversations at work about what she got going on in her household, she's the manager. That's why the woman feels like the vibe is messed up, because she's got 6 kids. She probably come to work, you pissed off. What do? Talk to your coworkers, right? But your coworkers are at McDonald's and you're working in front of a lot of people. So they're hearing all your business. It's a lot. It's a lot going on inside the store.
Too much.
It's too much.
Too much going on in there.
She getting frustrated and mad at the employees if they make a mistake, as if they are her kids, because she's in an authoritative position here, just like she is the mother with her kids. So she could be treating these employees like, didn't I tell you? Because this is McDonald's. Probably telling them, this ain't rocket science. You couldn't get the order right? Who knows? That's how this woman feels. Mm-hmm. She feels like she's being badgered for making this mistake. How do you know that? Because she mentions the supervisor making a mistake. Just like we all make mistakes. So that's what she's trying to make the point of. Evidently something's being said, but the responsibility and ownership isn't being taken by the supervisor. They got a lot going on.
Man, rest in peace.
Right.
To the manager, Jennifer Harris, man. Rest in peace to Jennifer. Rest in peace to Jennifer. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. I ain't even gonna lie. Rest in peace to Jennifer.
And you know what? This is actually, we don't talk about this enough, because I think it was the end of last year, we seen, I don't know if it was the same McDonald's, but it was a fast food, where coworkers got into it and the guy went out to his car, came back and, pew the other coworker at the store. Remember? I think it was in Memphis. And we watched it. And he came in and shot the other coworker. They were having beef inside the store. I'm not sure if it was McDonald's. But
I'm not sure. I think I remember what story you're talking about. I just don't remember what story.
Right. And you see it often in these situations where coworkers have to, you just like at home, because it's your second home, you have to be in places where it's hostile. And it gets hostile to the point to where people don't have respect for you as an adult, as she felt. Like the woman was trying to chill and make her, her child, talking about taking her belt off. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't have the best communication skills. You started off by talking about how people are emotional immature, and they can't communicate properly. They can't go to the proper channels to handle things. They take it into their own hands, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of these people out here. So just as you may feel like you've got yourself together, somebody else is emotionally going through it. So you have to be careful on how you deal with these people as well, because not everybody is wearing a sign that says that I have anxiety, depression, all of the above. So you have to be careful when out and engaging with other folks, because you don't know how they're going to flip. But with the engagement that this woman is describing in the store, that should have been a tale of, okay, we need to get her fired if she's emotionally not right. You know what I'm saying? Not push her to a point of breaking.
And I think we come into a situation where a lot of people is dealing with emotional depression, man, and stress.
Everybody's because
we just had another situation yesterday, man. Dude was smoked by his own baby mother. and while he was sitting in the barber chair. And I think it happened in Arlington, if I'm not mistaken. Dude was in the barber chair, y'all, getting a haircut. And you know she had to set him up because she knew exactly where to come get him at.
Right.
How she know you getting a haircut? She had to hit you up. Yo, where you at? Let me come see you.
You don't even have to do that nowadays. You got air tag on somebody's car, air tag in their car. You have their phones hooked up. You got into their phone once upon a time, and now you tracking them. You know, my kids, they track all their friends. You can see that they can see their friends moving one by one. I said, that's crazy. Do their parents know that y'all got everybody's location?
Yeah, y'all tracking each other.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They feel like it's good if they ever got to get a call. They all know where each other is. Understood. But that's where we are. So she didn't have to call him up. She could have been following that dude.
So check this, gang. A tragic murder-suicide at Arlington Salon. Business owner. Oh, he owned the business, y'all. So he owned the business. Tragic murder-suicide at Arlington Salon. Business owner shot by partner in this domestic dispute, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Domestic dispute. So he was the business owner of the salon. She knew he was going to be there.
Wow.
So a heartbreaking murder-suicide occurred on Friday at the Salon and Spa Galleria in Arlington, Texas. According to the police, a woman shot Todd Austin. He was getting a haircut and then turned the gun on herself. Austin, known as a well-respected business owner and credit expert behind Credit Champs, was declared dead at the scene. The woman, who reportedly had a child with him, was taken to the hospital but later succumbed to her self-inflicted injuries. Authorities suspect that the tragic event was related to a domestic dispute. The investigation is still in progress, and anyone with information is encouraged to contact Arlington police. So they was in a relationship together, had a child together. More than likely, you know what this is over. So more than likely, 99.9% is over a nigga getting caught cheating. She finding out he with another female. She tired of him fucking with other female. Huh?
Were they still together?
Man, you always together. Man, these niggas be always with their baby moms. Remember, he the credit champ. You can't tell him no when he want fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know these niggas, when you get to a certain level of money, nigga, I'm always with my baby mama. These niggas think that everybody want to be Nick Cannon. Let's keep it real. So everybody want to be Nick Cannon. He got the salon, he got the credit company. You see what I'm saying? He got the pretty woman with a kid by her. Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying? So you know he probably playing emotional games with her like a motherfucker. Then she finding out about other women, all shit going on. She probably, that's what I be saying, man. It worked both ways, but women is starting to get to their ends with too. Back in the day, used to be a lot of niggas tripping out and taking women out and taking out the niggas she cheated on the nigga with. Now you see women taking niggas out. Women got a mad heart now. They coming out, bah, bah, bah. Everybody gotta go. Back in the day, it was only like in self-defense mode. Like if woman now women is coming up with the plan.
No, that's not true. Look it up. Women have sorry niggas cutting off their dicks, cutting on the just doing a lot for a long time, and it's because of always emotional games. Because of women emotional. You can go back to black and white. So that's how long they've been doing.
That's how I know this guy is dealing about a woman because this is emotional.
Right. It's always she went in there publicly, did that, and then
she got a kid.
Right, and left her kid behind.
This got to be over another woman.
She's going through. That's crazy. I don't know. You know, people. I mean, I don't say anything. I've never been to that point to where I'm going to crash out and do that and then get rid of me. Because I always love me, and I really don't give a fuck that much if it puts me at cost. But other people get to that crash out point. You know what I'm saying? So I can't explain going over that, and I think that's blackout point because you don't even realize.
Shit, if you do a woman like Remember that? What was that Tyler Perry movie where he was kicked? He got the house with her, got shot, and then left her for the other woman. And then he still wanted her to still after he got shot, after he left her with the other woman, and then she left him because he was paralyzed.
Right.
What was that movie?
The Diary of Madeleine.
Okay, then. So in situations like that's she. For all we know, he could have been leaving her and cheating on her, having other kids on her, and
right. That's what I'm
about to leave her with nothing.
Right. People have to crash out shit. Exactly. I'm like, you don't have anything. And see, that's where, man, there's no way to reset. See, I mean, you do get a reset in life because in all actuality, if that's the case, this is what people don't realize, right? And this is just me because I have good high energy and faith. People don't realize that those are actually your reset opportunities, right? But because we be so invested emotionally and in love with people, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh no, you're leaving me. You're looking at it from the adverse, right? And I'm a person, you know, everybody says, oh, I'm a half full kind of person, not a half empty. The glass is always half full. Half the work has always been done. So I feel like that is your reset, but people don't see it that way. She looking at my life to be crumbling. I'm left with nothing. He played me, as opposed to, damn, I dodged a fucking bullet. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Now she's not here. But that's that turning point, right? You can either say, fuck it, this nigga's driving me crazy, I'm gonna crash out, or be like, you know what? Damn, I get stuck. But nobody ever takes that road. Nobody ever turns this way.
You should think I'm about to crash out. Let me get away from this nigga.
Right. Let me go. Nobody ever does that. And that's why we always see these. And they should be lessons like, damn, one, could he have been playing with her emotionally? 100%. Was she feeling some type of way? 100%. We just seen the effects of it all, right? But nobody ever be like, in that turning point, be like, you know what? This nigga's trying to ruin my life. I fucking hate him. I'm just gonna leave. I'll take my baby. I'll get me a little like, you know what I'm saying? That saves your life. That builds you. And it's like we never get to that point. We just watched the last lady with a human situation getting sent home. We don't know what her bills were, her life was like. A human situation. Supervisor bringing her issues to work, right? A human situation. People got things going on, right? Mm-hmm. But they crashed out. The woman could have just found another job, like I said. And said, fuck this, or I'm going to call unemployment, HR. Tried to find, we never get to that point, so we were just trying to fix shit. We just immediately, boom. Why? Why is that?
Crazy.
Everybody immediately just gets to a crash out. We don't, and I only realize that because, you know, sometimes you have a moment to step back and take a view from this moment. Like, damn, you know what, sis? Actually, that could have been your whole reset moment. You would have lost everything, but what could you have gained? You would have kept your life, your baby, instead of leaving the fucking.
Now your child is here without you.
Exactly. And because you was holding on to something that wasn't trying to hold on to you, you're both gone. Right? That's crazy. How come we never take the opposite road and say, you know what, let's start over? I'll do the part. People, but see, that's the thing. But those are 7 deadly sins.
What do they
think? Those are gluttony, greed. All of those are 7 deadly sins, but we ignore them.
What's the 7 deadly sins?
I don't remember them all in order. But those are, and if you think about it, those are the same things that drive us to things that hurt us and take us out in the end. None of it's positive. We look at, oh, money is good, it's good, it's good. But watch how far people go for money all the time. It's a sin because with the wrong emotion, it becomes deadly. It could lead to your demise. If she was upset, for example, he's a successful man and he's cheating and leaving on her. Having to change the lifestyle could have drove her crazy. The greed of wanting to have this man so bad caused you to do something outside of your emotional state.
Most of the time they do.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. We're not fine-tuned to this. And society and life no longer has you fine-tuned to these things. So you think that these emotions are really okay. But if we knew better, then we would know that these are what trigger us to go to jail, hurt somebody else, steal from other people. Hold on, what is something?
That's crazy. Salute, Lena. Salute, Swin. Fly girl, what it do? Beatmaster in the building.
Me and the kids were talking about this the other day.
Unknown, what up? Share the live, man. Share the live. Y'all know how we do, man. Share the live.
Okay, so like the 7, it's not gonna. Okay, here it is. So the 7 deadly sins, they said, to overcome: lust, gluttony, pride, sloth, wrath, greed, envy. Don't that sound like society? All the shit that we love and envy is, that's why they say, oh, you worship the devil, the industry is the devil. It is, because it's all feeding on
That's
your lower
everything in
vibrational
that's the
negative
industry
movement.
right there.
That is greed, envy, pride, gluttony, lust, wrath, sloth, 7 deadly sins. You get no beauty out of that. When they say God don't bless no mess, it's the truth. So when you see people basking in their glory, living happy lives and shit like that, and I'm not talking about the people that just give you the image of with money and have. I'm talking about genuinely happy with what they got. They appreciate what God has given them. They live good, happy lives. They talk positive about people. They're helping other people. I spoke to a lady the other day, call at work, right? And she was the elder asking questions about the business. And then she said she just started talking. Like, I just knew what was going to happen because they don't know how to get off the phone. And she tells me she still lives in the same area where it only had one telephone pole. And she was the only person that had a phone in the area. So everybody would come to her house to use the phone. And her elder friend that is down the way, because their houses are away, she still goes over there, brings her fruit. She can no longer take care of herself. This is an old elderly woman that can probably barely, but she just managed to take it. That's good. That's love. You live forever, and you have in your heart that you're giving to other people. That's what it matters, right? You ask a regular person, they don't want to do shit. They don't want to give somebody a ride. They don't want to look out or call and make sure somebody, I ain't got no time to be here. And you don't have that. That's a 7 deadly sin. So you don't live happy. Why? Because you're mad at work. You're mad at your kids all the damn time. You're checking to see if your nigga cheating because you ain't happy with your money. You ain't happy with all of the shit that drives you fucking crazy. But when you don't deal with those things and you live right, you live a beautiful life.
All the things that make you go up to the job and take your baby daddy out.
All of those things.
That them probably was all those things right there that caused her to be like that. Envy, money, lust,
greed, all of those.
All
of those feelings.
So basically, you have to say, when you get all those combined, it's going to be your emotions can be dangerous.
Dangerous combustion.
So that's probably why they call it the 7 deadly sins, because once you start feeling these 7 things, you're liable to do anything.
Right, and here's this: one leads to the other. Greed brings lust, right? Because we always say people with money, right? They want sex. They like the young women. They like all of this stuff. So that brings the lust, right? Mm-hmm. The lust brings the lies. You know what I'm saying? People are lying to you just to be around you, just to you. And now you got a whole Diddy situation. Money, power, respect, right?
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy, bro.
It brings you to your demise. It's sad. It's sad that she went this far and took this man out in public and then took her own, in public. People were saying they were so scared. They didn't know what was happening.
No, what's sad is we have another situation where we have to say, I feel bad for the kid, because now the kid is the kid going without the father and the mother. She didn't even have enough love for the kid to say, you know what, my child is more important than you.
That's what I was saying. That reset moment, the people
your child is supposed to be more important than any nigga. Nigga, why? Like the moment you feel like I gotta take you out, and I have a child that need me and depend on me for the rest of his life,
I need to be here.
Then guess what? I need to stay away from you.
Right. You're trying to destroy me.
I need to disconnect myself, because at the end of the day, I'm not crashing out for nobody when I have to my child depend on me. Mm-hmm. That's how I be thinking, like, yo, do these niggas really evaluate the situation before they make a move?
No.
Like, do y'all just be like, y'all don't think? Like niggas just react.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. People react. They don't think. Because to think would take that engagement of having to be like, you know what? I don't need to be here. I can be, you know what I'm saying? Because really what you're asking, if it's a situation where he doesn't want to be with her, you're now in a situation where you're begging a person to be with you. So now you got to evaluate yourself. Why am I begging someone else so hard that is pushing away from me? They don't want me. They don't like me. Usually, you know, as women in the beginning stages, if a nigga's playing you and he don't like you, you peep that, right? And you leave a nigga alone. But when after you're in the relationship and the person changes and give you those vibes, you're still there. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know it's not working, it's not going to change. You're still there. Now you're taking the hit of this, and it's abusive to you. People don't know how to say, you know what? Let me stop this right here and just move on, because this person is going to destroy me more by trying to keep this relationship or trying to fight for it. People don't have that logic. That's why people go to therapy. And people try to figure out ways. Like I said, communication is always the key, because if you communicate with others, you have understanding for yourself. You have time to dissect what you're getting ready to say, and you dissect with the next person. You get what I'm saying? That engagement there, it's so much. That's why people end up in therapy, because they can't. They need emotional help.
Man, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Gangsta Cat, 101.1 The Bounce. I got the news you can use, and we don't make it. We just break it down. You know how it go, man. You already know how it go. Celebrity gossip all fucking day long. Share the live, support to the page. Support the page. If you ain't hit that like button already, please do. Subscribe to the page, man. It ain't gonna hurt. It's free. It's free. It is free. So, man, P. Diddy is always up to something, man. I'm telling you, P. Diddy might be the smartest person I ever seen. Strategically. Let's say that strategically, man. We just gonna say strategically. Because P. Diddy, man, and his lawyer team just filed for the government for another bail. And they claiming that now Janice Combs has serious health difficulties that should allow him to be home. Now, if that don't tell you somebody got to be having tricks up their sleeve, boy, god damn, this boy, he got more tricks than a motherfucking clown. I'm talking about his lawyers be on it. They know what to do, man.
Listen, Diddy, we just seen her coming out of court.
Healthy.
Championing you and
cheering,
clapping, you know.
Bro, she didn't miss one day.
She's 85. She's 80. Right. She's 85. She could have some health issues. She's been having them, Diddy, you know it. But she's been in and out of court. Champion you, like you just said. Coming to make sure her son is, listening to the things that are being said about her son. She's sitting there. Yeah, okay. We know she's 85. She got health issues, but she had them before you went in it. You ain't been in there but so long, my nigga. This nigga that's been in there really rocking. You ain't been in there but so long. He's using anything he can.
Hey, Twin said she probably is having health issues.
Right, she's 85.
He said now that the world know her son a
right.
freak. Now the world know her son a freak. She like, oh shit, wait up. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute.
Right, and they been talking about her. Say she was the one that taught him how to do the freak off parties and put her business out. Yeah, she taught him.
They say she gave him the game.
Mm-hmm.
They say she had the brothels, allegedly. You know, that's what they say. If we go off what they said she was putting it down, 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 down. You know what I'm saying?
She from New York. She grew up in the years of the block parties and the project parties. You feel me? So come on.
Mm-hmm.
In all boroughs. Come on.
I don't see you getting out, Diddy, man. I don't see them, bro. I don't see them playing this one, bro. I don't see the fake 5150. I think they see the play. Like I said.
Right. They already know what's coming.
First thing the prosecution gonna say, we seen her every day. She ain't had no health issues.
That's gonna be
she
the
was
first
here.
Thing. What health issues are you talking about, Mr. Combs? Because
she was in court every day with your kids. She didn't miss not one day for 6 weeks. So you telling me your mom being there every day, now all of a sudden when you about to get sentenced, she got health issues.
This is taking a toll on her.
You want to know why? You want to know what's going to really hit her? I'm going to give y'all a game. You want to know what's really going to hurt this man? You want to know what's going to hurt him the most? And this is the karma. Because What's gonna hurt him more than anything, and y'all put y'all glasses on, put y'all earmuffs on, whatever, because I'm gonna tell y'all the real shit, man. And this is how karma works. Karma's a bitch. What's gonna hurt this man is when he go to jail for 5 years and his mom passed away while he
right. She's 85.
Exactly.
She's 85.
She's not going to be
here this long.
She's not going to be here when he go to jail.
Right. And who's to say these next 5 years she'll have the energy and
so, my nigga,
to go see him back?
He need to understand that he ain't going to never be able to touch his mother again.
And if that was the most important thing to see, don't ask. I was just telling you about the person I am. Look, isn't that something? You went through this whole lifestyle, doing people wrong, flashing lights, money, and your heart, your mama. You don't even get to see her close her eyes. That'll kill you.
That's why I said
he has lost his mind out here in these
after streets. His mom died.
After his mama, ain't nothing like. And I've yet to be there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you,
you're gonna lose it because all of that shit didn't really matter if you get to be up behind a cell and she leaves this world and you guys are not together.
And that's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you how karma works. Really it's sad. It's sad that I'm saying this. And remember, ain't nobody spoke about that yet. Nobody spoke about what I'm telling y'all. Gangsta Cap is the first person to speak on it. Janice Combs is gonna pass away while P. Diddy is there.
You can say he's the baddest man in the land if you want to.
He can't stop that. He can't stop that.
No, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. His mother has to die, right?
Right.
She's 85 years old. If you get 3 years,
it's a blessing.
It's a blessing if she's still alive in 3 years at 88. So if she end up passing while you in prison, you do know they might just get rid of you and use that as an excuse and say that's why you committed suicide.
Right.
See, I be peeping the play. The whole play could be already aligned for your ass to be took out. They could be looking at us like we don't give a fuck if he was found guilty on the trafficking anyway, because when he get behind bars, we already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna Jeffrey Epstein his ass.
Right.
Remember, Jeffrey Epstein had 15 months.
Right.
And his ass ain't here no more. So they could give P. Diddy 2 years and still his ass could not be here no more. So he can he could jump, he could shake. They didn't trust Jeffrey Epstein with the list and him speaking. You think they trust P. Diddy knowing that he had the people that he had in them tapes and the fuck?
Right.
If they not willing to tell us who was in them tapes and they still hiding shit from us, don't that tell you that they still got something out for this nigga and got a little surprise under the motherfucking tree?
You know what? And I didn't know that he was going to Epstein Island, hanging out.
He was doing man, my nigga. These all learn from the same people.
I know it's his type of environment, but I didn't know that they were saying he goes out. He would go there frequently and hang out with Jeffrey.
They got pictures together.
Yeah, and I was like,
they all got pictures together. Him and Trump. That's all they circle.
Right. So this is you got
Epstein used to fund Trump. They were cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Diddy was cool with Trump. He used to go date. Roger Bond said he took him to like 15 different meetings. So they were all connected at one point. Whether it was parties in the same room.
But that made me think, they're going to do you pretty much the same because you've got the same type of access and information. You were playing it just the same, and they will definitely use this to take him out.
Yeah. He did the same type of thing just in the black community. He ain't do no different. Why you think when he put that little white girl on camera and he said, I adopted one and this is my new daughter? Bro, what do you think he was trying to tell the elites and everybody? Bro, don't come for me. I can still bring us little kids. I can still do this. I'm not retired. This is my new daughter, y'all. Tell them your name. And you are a part of the Combs family, right? Y'all don't remember that video?
I remember.
That was all subliminal message to all his elite friends that's watching him, that he was basically telling them, please tell them people to not come for me. I can still do this. I can bring us nice little girls to the round table. Look, this little girl, her family just gave her to me because how do they adopt these daughters? How do they adopt these kids? Your parents have to be willing to sign over papers with you, and then they be saying it's in the best interest of your career. Mm-hmm. Every child star parent did what? Gave them to their person. That's how Usher went with Diddy. That's how Justin Bieber went with Usher. They all are given at a young age and signed paperwork. That's how Mario was able to get away from his drug addict mom.
But see, that's what. But with Usher, they did that on purpose. Because remember, she said she was on Usher like white on rice, and she didn't know the business. But oh boy, that she was with, she wasn't with him, but he liked Usher because he liked his talent, and he was trying to put her in the position. So she learned the business, but he knew the ins and out of the industry. So when he gets to Diddy, it has to be a point. Who came to you and let you release him? Because just like when I was watching The Boys, Motown was trying to separate them from.
Well, what they come to you?
And she said she was on like that.
Well, you know what they do
nothing, go nowhere.
And you want to know what happens?
But yeah,
what happens is that you be on him like that or like that, and his career ain't going nowhere. And they come to you and they say, look, the reason his career ain't going nowhere. It's just like when you got a football player who play football, right? Mm-hmm. And he lives in your household, right? Mm-hmm. And he's going to school and he's okay at football and he good. But then some guy comes to you and he say, I live in this such and such town with a big school. If you allow your son to come live with me, he's going to go here. He'll go to these camps. He'll go to this college. So his career will go what? To a whole nother level. Ain't no different in the music business. Mm-hmm. You ain't going nowhere with this, doing this. Then somebody come in and say, yo, we going to hook you up with Diddy. We going to put you in, but yo, you got to be able to let him go. He got to go to daddy's house. You got to let him go. And Diddy, you got to sign his paperwork saying that he has custody for him for the next 2 years, 3 years. And they signed that shit talking about it's the best interest in your career.
Well, yeah, because remember at one point they had, they publicly had, that disagreement about his management. She was his momager, and he was I think he had fired her. Mm-hmm. And it was public. Everybody they were putting all their business out there, but they weren't agreeing. So, yeah.
Yeah, because now everybody done came in, separated you from your mom, and mm-hmm. It made you feel like you need to be making your own decisions. Mm-hmm. Open that window right there.
Oh, yeah.
And you need to make your own decisions. Nobody should be making decisions for you. So, you know how this shit go. But Diddy asking to get out on bail again. We'll see if it happens, man. We'll see if it happens.
But do you think they would, that's enough reason for them to grant him?
Sometimes they usually do it if she on her deathbed.
Well, I think that.
Like, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening because we talking to feds, man. So I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. We talking to feds, y'all. And he should have played it right. He should have played it right, man. Crazy, man. Niggas be feeling some type of way, but I understand. Like one of them innocents. Niggas be feeling some type of way. Now I'm about to get onto some other shit for y'all. Fuck y'all head up, man. I'm gonna fuck y'all head up with this one, man. My nigga Albert Einstein. Man, did y'all know Albert Einstein's brain was stolen, y'all?
They stole his brain?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they stole Albert Einstein's brain. You know how?
Who stole it? I mean, like, okay, was it like a worker?
I'm about to put y'all on ground. So look what they say, man. They said when Albert Einstein died in 1955 at Princeton Hospital, his final wish was simple: to be cremated with no special attention to his remains. But Thomas Harvey, the pathologist on duty, Pathologist on duty had other plans. During the autopsy, he removed Epstein's brain. Einstein's brain without the family's consent and kept it in hopes of unlocking the secrets behind his genius. Instead of turning it over, Harvey preserved the brain in a jar, sliced it into 240 pieces, and sent slivers to select researchers across the world. He lost his job shortly after, but kept the brain in his possession for decades, storing it in boxes, jars, and even beer coolers across Kansas and Missouri. Ain't that some shit?
Wow. 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 Wow.
Stole his brain. So how we know that it ain't people walking around with Einstein's DNA?
Well, he had family, so they have his DNA.
No, I'm saying like how we know they didn't take his brain and clone somebody with it.
Well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm just saying. This is. I think this is horrible. Like Twin said, they treated him like a science project. They did Henrietta Lacks the same way, cloned herself multiple times. And
Who?
Henrietta Lacks.
Who's that?
So she was a woman. She has these. It's been a while since I've talked about her, but she had these cells that they duplicated, and they had been using for tests for many, 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 many years. They've been doing stem cell research from it. I guess her cells multiply.
Huh?
I guess her cells multiply. I was trying to get the exact thing about it. But it's been a while since I spoke about her. Anyway, they did the same thing to her. Her family ultimately found this out because I
think I heard about that situation.
Right.
They still using her cells to this day or something like that.
Right. And I think at one point it was supposed to stop. Yeah, it was. They took her cancer cells, right? And I think I understand research and science, and a lot of people, they feel a certain way about that. I understand his curiosity of wanting to research because Albert Einstein was a genius. They say he was a genius, right? But he's a scientist. He was a pathologist. He wants to study the brain makeup, the difference in tissue, whatever, from other sources that they may have in the brain, and trying to find out what made this man the person that he is of the mind. Like we always said, if you can create something, you can reverse it, you can duplicate it, you can do whatever. But it's inhumane to be walking around with someone's brain or harvesting it in beer coolers for years. That's insanity because you were fired. You shouldn't have this brain. You outside of the facility for research purposes.
They didn't even know he had it
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's insane. He's crazy. He's no better than any of these other sociopaths.
And why he hasn't been sued yet? Why ain't nobody take it upon themselves to do so? That's why I find something strange about it, because you would think the family or people are will go and do something about this. Ain't nobody, just the government ain't did nothing about that. You just let this nigga walk around with this nigga man brain.
Right, but I think some of these scientists are freaks mentally themselves. He said he just wanted to be in possession of a brain. Like when I was, when you start thinking about how surgeries first started, opening up people's bodies, these people, I think you do have to have like a curiosity that's a little outside of your normal to want to be involving yourself with people's bodies parts, right? Mm-hmm. So it already takes a special person to become a surgeon or doctors of that sort, right? Putting your hands inside, really getting to the gritty. To the point that you're like trying to keep things and store them, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous mind. And why haven't, charges been brought? Like, that's insane. I don't think that's right. Not even for science purposes. Not even for science purposes.
That's
Do I think
weird.
That's right? I think it's weird.
That shit crazy right there. That's why I said.
That's his brain in a jar. That's pieces of his brain in a jar. That's weird.
And he sliced them up to 240 pieces. That's why I knew something was going to be crazy. Twin said that was the 1950s, cat. They didn't have no laws about that, like, which is sad. We have to have laws that tell people not to steal other people's brains.
Right. Right. Oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, you literally have to.
Hell yeah, we need a law. Hell yeah, we need a motherfucking law. Because that shit right there make a nigga think crazy. Crazy. Don't snatch up a nigga brain. Now when and we who knows how many more other people did shit like that.
Right. How many people are taking body parts out of the lab? It's too much. It's just too much.
Somebody probably walking around with Michael Jackson brain.
Body part. You know what I'm saying? That's just
They walking around with your heart. It's a souvenir. I got Michael Jackson heart in my jar.
Oh my gosh.
I got Michael Jackson heart in my jar.
I got his eyes. I got his nose.
Hey, man.
Didn't he have a prosthetic nose? Who has his nose?
Shit, I don't know. Hey, man, this immigration shit is getting out of control, y'all. I'm talking about, I don't know if you saw what was going on. They raided a farm.
I saw that.
And, man, these niggas is getting paralyzed. People have gotten shot. They looking for one dude that started shooting at the a real gun at the actual ICE detent agents. Mm-hmm. So this man right here is on life support right now from his injuries during the immigration raid. So they say a man is on life support after he was injured during the immigration raid at the agriculture area near Camilo Thursday, his family says. A woman who reached out to Eyewitness News said a family member, Jamie Garcias, fell 30 feet off a building while he was possibly trying to run from federal agents. He was taken to the hospital with broken neck and skull. Fell 30 feet trying to get away, man.
Trying to run.
Bro.
You almost damn near fell to your death trying to run. This is. But
yo, crazy, bro, they coming at, bro, I didn't realize how they was coming at these niggas, bro.
No, they didn't realize neither.
Bro, they coming everywhere.
Full force.
Bro, everywhere. It's almost like they knew where everybody was at.
They did. They had been giving them money.
Oh, they've been giving them cards.
Come on, this is the United States. Welcome. Like, come on. Everything is documented here. Maybe not in your country.
I forgot.
Everything is documented here.
That's
why they don't want you here undocumented.
So, because remember, they was giving you the cards, giving you the shelter, right?
Right. He got injured committing a crime.
They was giving you the cards, giving you the shelter. So they already know where you was at and let you establish residency. Mm-hmm. They know where you working at. And then when they cut the cards off, or even if you throw it away and don't use it no more, they are more than likely you ain't running. You ain't got nowhere to run to.
You still want to be a recipient of any benefit that you get, right? So you're still trying to be visible. If they gave you cards and this and that before, you're not going to completely disappear. You want to stay where you're getting those benefits, right? Mm-hmm. So they know where these people were. They knew exactly where they were and how to come get them.
And the crazy thing about it is these jobs ain't even smart enough to be like, yo, if you're not legal, just I gotta let y'all go because they coming.
But they don't.
I'd rather not. I'd rather start from scratch and get all new people working for me than to have my shit rated and have
and then lose my shit. Yeah, because they said they're cracking down and penalizing the businesses. So we ain't just coming and removing the employees; they're coming back for the businesses too. Now that fucks you because you wanted cheap labor. Because you knew they was under the table, you can pay them anything you want undocumented, and they could work.
Bro, they could pay them minimum wage.
Exactly. Versus the person that's like, this is I'm not taking.
And let's be honest,
for the hours you want me to work and do.
And let's be honest, that's what they doing. Right. They hire these immigrants at Taco Bell, Burger King, and these stops, right? And they pay them minimum wage, where they know people like us, they got to pay us $11, $12. Right. So they're like. Standard. Yeah, so they like with them, they happy to just have a job.
Right.
Minimum wage to them is good when they was used to getting $3 an hour.
Right.
$2. So $7 an hour, that's good to them. They don't give a fuck.
Right. You take advantage of the situation. You know they're coming here trying to make a living from whatever they got going on at home. So now these people are here. They're trying to sustain their life. They don't want to get caught. So you take advantage of them, and that's what a lot of these.
So you basically get the same amount of employees for half the budget.
Right.
Who wouldn't take that?
Right, you finance some cars like crazy. I never forget when we was living in Louisville, back in the day, you used to see them signs. And we used to go into a lot of businesses and you just ask, you say no ID, no this, no like what the fuck? I gotta have an ID, I gotta have social. But you know what it was? However they could get the car, whoever I guess who was doing it, they would be paying like $1,000 for a fucking basic car. I'm like, how is that? I thought that was illegal. You can't do that. At least I thought you couldn't do that. But people like with no social, no paperwork was getting these cars and spending a higher bill than what a normal person would get. I don't know how if you're using someone legal, however they was getting this shit, and I thought it was crazy. But people make concessions based off of people's circumstances from other countries because they know they're going to do whatever they can, and they're not going to tell. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be quiet, and they get taken advantage
early.
They work for low wage. They working just like us. They don't want to be making low pay, but they can't afford to yell and scream.
And guess what?
They gotta work.
And guess what his family gonna say? If the ICE would have never came into the factory, he would have still be alive. He'd never be on life support because he wouldn't have had to run for his life.
That's fucking crazy. They get mad at ICE for doing their job.
Yeah, but
ICE got a job to do, and you're upset because they're doing their job.
That's what they're gonna say.
That's not fair either.
You know that's what they're gonna say.
Right,
I'm just keep
either.
it real with you. That's exactly what they're gonna say. Yeah, I know that's what they're gonna say.
You want to tell us that people are getting hurt running from enforcement, and then ask us to be sad about it? That doesn't sound right.
Well, shit.
That's just like like any other criminal running from the police.
Well, for extra said he was gonna blow up somebody's house and blew in, and then we were supposed to be sad about it.
That was justice.
That's what they did about that.
We didn't even have to see it in court. That was justice. That's all. Because you're going to talk about committing a crime, and metaphorically. So that was really just universal law.
Hey, we got new shit coming, man. New shit. I figured out how I wanted to live my last years, my last days. So say goodbye to coffins, man. It ain't gonna be no more coffins, man. We ain't gonna have to. That old traditional shit is out the window, man. You know what I'm saying? They got organic burial pods now that will turn your body into a tree after you die, y'all. So now, instead of just getting into a coffin and letting them put you in the ground, they could put you into a big pocket, look like a potato, your body, and you're gonna go inside the ground and you're gonna grow into a big ass tree. So now I could be a part of natural earth. What you think about that, man? What you think, Kimmy? You be like, that's gangster camp right there, this big ass tree in front of my house. Would you rather be a tree, or would you rather be sitting in somebody's funeral?
No, I don't want to be in a coffin. I've considered being cremated, but once I found out that I might be in a box with everybody's ashes, I changed my mind. So, I like the idea of being a tree. The only problem with that is, as beautiful as it is, society doesn't care about trees, and they cut them down to build homes and buildings. So,
you have to put it in a right spot. You can put it in front of your house.
Yeah, but people still are funny. I would not do that. See, if you do that on like land, that's where it would be. I wouldn't put myself in the city. I don't want to be buried in front of my house, and one day my family could possibly lose this house, and I'm sitting here by myself as a planted tree. No, I would rather be like in a forest. Put me somewhere close by water or something like that. But I think it's
take down forests.
That's what I'm saying. That's a tree.
It's
a beautiful thing. I think it's really nice because I've seen people. I didn't know they were putting the full.
Or maybe they might have a burial site with just all these trees is in a location like where they like a funeral, like how
I
they do the
know,
coffins, but
yeah.
it's nothing but trees.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't have any hope in humanity being human at all. I don't. I think nature will always be nature. You know, that's why, you know, the idea of being cremated didn't scare me. I didn't know they were putting full bodies like in something like this. I did see some so where you have the ashes and they make the pods that you can create and put them inside, and it grows the tree. So I know the full body was in there.
Full body.
Yeah,
Put
but
me in there.
I mean, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. it won't. It is, but
Tree
I
start
want
going,
you
you be
to-
like, oh shit, the tree look like me.
I said there's gonna be a lot of deformed trees around here, just like they was deformed human beings. You get to really see the tree. Yep,
It's gonna
be a lot of
Damn.
deformed fucking trees.
She said they spirit gonna come out in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
The tree gonna grow lopsided.
It's gonna be fucking fun. Mm-hmm. Every time you come to visit, you gonna know exactly who the fuck that is.
He's like, that motherfucker
Sure,
look like
growing wild. Branches is everywhere. Leaves all over the ground.
Like that tree look retarded.
Mm-mm.
Why
branches don't grow straight?
Why that tree don't never got no color to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, I think it's a nice thing to do. You know, you come from the earth.
So this is what they saying, man. They say goodbye to traditional coffins and embrace a greener future with organic burial pods designed to transform your body into a tree after death. The left inside is an image, offers the conceptual illustration of a body graphable pod, enveloped human body, created from materials like cornstarch and coconut fiber, which decompose to nourish the plant sapling. The right side depicts a real-life version featuring two individuals beside a large egg-shaped pod from which small trees, such as oak or maple sprouts, developed by companies like Casula Mundi. This eco-friendly alternative reduces the environment impact and conventional burials, which uses 1.6 million tons of concrete annually in the U.S. alone, while promoting carbon, what that's that word, secretion.
I can't see.
Through still emerging legal in some regions like Italy, but limited in the U.S. It's gaining traction through the challenges like land use, decomposition rated under varied soil conditions warrant further study. So people trying to get used to this. They saying this is going to take over. They going to say people is looking to go more greener.
But I feel that though, because as opposed to putting, you're part, like I said, I feel like you're a part of nature, right? As opposed to creating, a burial and putting a box, building these beautiful coffins, because detail goes into these coffins, wood grain, gold, all of this stuff, and then you put it down into the dirt, and now it's down inside forever. The idea of just being a tree is that it kind of lives on a little different to me than a headstone. Different. Because people have we've seen where they've had to close funeral homes and things. Floods, or after a certain amount of years, people, what do you get dug? If you're not paying, you have to dug up, people lose their headstone, all types of stupid stuff that has nothing to do with the loss of the person.
They always make room for another body.
So what's wrong with being a tree and just resetting back to its original state? It's so much that goes into a burial cosmetically, from the funeral.
Well, T-Pain said now these young YNs gonna be chopping down trees
because they have no respect. But remember, the root still exists. The root still exists. You have to come back every time chopping down a motherfucking tree.
That's crazy.
I just did a thing on TV, and I didn't get too deep into the story because it was just too much for me. This family was crying because a burial site with a headstone had been blown up. So I guess some people had went over to the burial site and threw fireworks in it. And when you see the picture, it's insane. The headstone is split into pieces. The dirt is like dug out. They just really did the person dirty. Bye, mama. See you later. Really did the person dirty. And it's like, yeah, people have no respect for a burial site at all. Whether it's a tree or has a headstone, mausoleum, none of it.
Hey, your boy Jay-Z,
Maybe a
man.
weed tree. Right, marijuana tree.
You know how this shit go.
Right. Do you get to pick what tree? Do you want to be like a rose bush?
I don't know.
That'd be cool too. Do you get to pick what tree?
That probably would be dope.
Right. What if you want to be a weed tree? That represents you.
Hey, you probably could.
Right. Now see, that's cool. I think that
you probably could be a weed tree if you wanted to.
Yeah, your family come back and smoke it.
Hey.
Only the family.
So it's getting crazy, y'all. It's about to get real crazy out this motherfucker, man. Real crazy, man. Jay-Z has been told he has to take a paternity test, y'all. And Jay-Z is asking the courts for more time. He's also calling this his harassment. I think they told him he has to file an answer to the court by July 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Jay-Z is like, hold up. I just found out about this July 3rd. Knowing he ain't found out about this July 3rd. It's been all over the internet. Everybody been talking about your son.
No, did he just receive paperwork?
Shit, he been ducking and diving probably for so long. It's probably hard to get paperwork. So Jay-Z calls Ramirez satellite paternity law say decades long of harassment as court orders response by July 18th. So there you go, July 18th. They want the response. They say it's official. Speaking out through his legal team, calling Ramirez satellite federal lawsuit the latest act of decades-long harassment. Ramirez claims Jay-Z is the biological father and filed new suit alleging emotional distress, abuse, proceeds, and more. Jay-Z say he only learned about this lawsuit on June 3rd and is requesting more time to respond. The judge has ordered him to reply by July 18th, yeah. Now his son is his son, alleged son, is tired of being left in the dark. But Jay-Z, Sean Carter, has a reason. He has a reason to deny this boy. Because if he is the father of this child, guess what that means? Mm-hmm. Guess what that means? What? That means he's a known grape and sexual molester. Mm-hmm. You want to know why? Because that means he would have impregnated his mother at 15, and she had a baby at 16. Let me say this again. If he is the father of this alleged child, Ramirez, that would mean he impregnated his mother at the age of 15, and Jay-Z was well in his late 20s, 28, 29, 27. That means she would have had him at 16 years old. So he has a lot of reasons to run from this child. You understand? He has a lot of reasons to hide from this child. Shit, he has a lot of reasons for the paternity test to get altered. If I was this child, I would be scared because the way money work, and we see how Rock Nation got these doctors, man. We already saw what they did in the case with Megan Thee Stallion. They gonna tell you that the motherfucker, even when you take the paternity test, they'll say, oh, no, come back, you're not the father. He's not the father. Mm-hmm. Because these doctors, they funny.
They funny? What? They get paid.
They get paid to be funny.
This is an easy fucking problem to fix. People been doing it when you know somebody that worked down at the motherfucking clinic. Like, ain't nobody about to play no game like this, especially like no Jay-Z. So if they come back and they say that He ain't the dad. We may know otherwise. Like, come on, act like you know.
It can come
That
back.
nigga ain't trying to do no back child support. Probably don't want a relationship. If he did, he would have created one already.
Look,
The man is grown.
2011.
Crazy.
Look, Twin said they've been fighting for a test since 2011.
Right. So come on.
Since 2011, gang, they've been fighting for a test. It's about to be some shit.
Right, and they said they went to the extent. Didn't his adoptive father had to release his guardianship so that they could do this? Like, so I mean, they believe that he's the father enough to go through these extremes. You know what I'm saying?
And her sister, his mother, his aunt, spoke plenty of times on the stories how Jay-Z would come pick her up when she was a little girl. Cause you know how the OGs would come pick up a girl from school, come take her to his crib. Like he was doing all that type shit with her. All the OG shit, taking her to parties, picking her up, taking her to parties. Bro, he running from this. Because
because it's not just the DNA test. It will
solidify
expose his life. You know how it started.
It will expose the fact that he was with a girl when she was 15 years old. Because this man's mother had him when she was 16. Mm-hmm. He's made it very clear. My mother was 16 when she had me. So that means, of course, she was 15 when she was pregnant. You see what I'm saying? Jay-Z was well over a grown-ass man, was old enough to be this child daddy. Jay-Z was old enough to be this little girl daddy, y'all. So that's why I say you got to pay attention, my nigga. It's going to expose you. And remember, Jay-Z got a daughter. So imagine your daughter knowing that my dad had a baby with a 15-year-old little girl.
It's fucking bad.
When he was 29, 28. You think your daughter ain't going to look at you funny?
Of course.
You think Beyonce ain't going to look at you funny? You think the industry ain't going to look at you funny? And then the number one thing that we always got to remember, now there's another hire to the estate.
An heir to the estate.
No, they're not what they call another heir to the state. Now we got another Zamunda running around this motherfucker. What happened? Don't this remind you of Coming to America 2? Don't it remind you of Coming to America 2? And Eddie Murphy had a little nigga running around. What was he, in Brooklyn? And then all of a sudden
So what would happen? So they established paternity, and then what? He would have to pay back child support.
He would be the oldest child,
right?
So
yeah, but Jay-Z's not a king, so it's not like
it don't. No, bro.
I mean,
no.
You don't have to leave him shit. What I'm saying is he entitled? What is he entitled to once he finds out? Because it's not like he stepped up as Prince Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z doesn't own a kingdom. It's not the same as the Munda.
It's not. No, it's not the same as that. But if Jay-Z was to ever pass away, he would still be entitled to something. He's entitled. What do you mean? What is he entitled to? He's still his son. He would be biological his son. What do you mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't have a relationship. They haven't had a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So unless Jay-Z starts making those arrangements to him, that's not really an entitlement, is it?
He don't have to give him nothing. Yes, it is an entitlement.
You just said he doesn't have to give him nothing. He don't. It is an entitlement. Yes. Which one is it? Is it an entitlement? Or does he not have
he don't have to give him nothing while he's alive. But when he died, the government going to say he's entitled. There's people all the time that the kids don't get left nothing in a will, but then they contest the will and they get something.
Okay, so then that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have to contest.
Yeah, he would,
and
of course.
Go that way. Yeah, but to say like he's just like next in line, it's not.
No. But when the government do the will, when they decide when he contests, he's going to be entitled to more than everybody because he's the oldest. He said, Twin said that Jay-Z not putting him in the estate, or well, he gonna do him like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like so you're just really trying to establish. Like he said, he's not
He's
trying to find money. He said he wants a father.
Well, he is suing him right now.
Right, but no, I'm saying what he said. What we watched the other night. He said he really don't care about all of that. He's looking for a father. He wants to build a relationship. But I'm asking, like you said, if he's an heir, it's not like it is Zamunda. Would Jay-Z be willing to do that? Do you think he would?
What, put him in his will after that?
Mm-hmm.
If he found out?
After this DNA test. Now,
and he find out that's his son.
Yeah, okay. I find out this is my son. What's next?
He gonna have to treat him like a son, or he gonna look like a fucked up individual.
That's funny because he already looked like a fucked up individual. We're talking about him,
but he can get away with it. But
he can't get no more fucked up. Oh, now you don't want to take care of your kids? Surprise!
But he can get away with it now because there's no significant evidence that ties him saying that it's really his child until he has the DNA test. You see what I'm saying? So, but if they found out he took a DNA test, he is the child's father, and he tried to ignore it after finding out, and it's public, and then he don't want to be in this child's life, people is going to talk about him like it's going to
right. But what I'm saying is, I don't understand the logic behind that because he's already been dipping and dodging this hearsay and what he may know to be true for what y'all said 15 years. If a nigga really gave a fuck, he'd give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. So it's nothing to be like, okay, yeah, you're my child, but we don't have a relationship, never had a relationship.
No, he had reasons not to give a fuck.
It don't matter. You don't want to be involved now because then that brings more information because if he is, then that would confirm that your mom was 15, 16 at the time of your pregnancy. Yeah. You think he's going on a will of any sort? You think he's at Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner? What are you? That's what I'm saying. Let's be realistic.
We don't know.
Side. Let's be realistic. People on the other side. No. Honestly, now this exposes you are $1 billion man out here, right? Your business is obtained and maintained by your image and who you network and know with, right? So now, right? So,
will it be worse for him to interact with him or not? That's the question.
It's gonna be worse. That's why he hasn't interacted with him.
Well,
clearly, right?
But what they find out is it worse or not?
You still acting like someone has to have an emotional change of heart. Like I know in real world that's what we expect human people to do. Have an emotional heart and say, you know what, I'm gonna build a relationship with my child and we're gonna connect. In this type of world, if it was gonna be that, she just left.
Oh, she did? When she left?
She had to be at work at night.
I didn't see her leave. What was that?
I don't know.
I didn't see her. My bad. That what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm saying to have someone just build an emotional attachment after all these many years. He's not a little kid. He's got a younger son. So you're not going to get very much from here besides all of the publicity, possibly some money if you can get some, because they're going to try their hardest to fight that too. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it becomes a lifelong story of being in court and trying to get acceptance into a family that didn't accept you. Because if he wanted to, he could have deaded this shit a long time ago.
Bro, them niggas look alike though. What you think?
Alike.
The lips?
Well, the lips look alike.
I think the lips is what give it up. I think the top lip and that bottom lip give it up. It's certain shit that you look at in that chin. You be like, oh shit.
Right, but if you come all the way over here to NLE Shopper, what was that right there? Well, he's got the same motherfucking lips.
Here she go.
So I mean, it is what it is. After once, I deal in what I need to see. So let's get this on the table, get the DNA, and then confirm that, and then all the other chips will fall from there. It lies with the DNA test. It can either approve or deny the story.
I hear Kimmy, get the DNA test. We'll find out. We either gonna know or we not. Ain't that some shit, y'all? Goddamn.
And now he's being forced to have to do it.
My nigga ain't gonna like that either. I know that, bro. I would love to hear the conversations in that house. Certain conversations I would love to hear. Certain conversations I would love to hear, boy.
Very true. They did. They dug into Nicki Minaj's husband. They tore him a new asshole, exposing and getting on Nicki and all of that stuff. And then after she had a baby, they was talking about, are you going to have a baby with a pedo and all of this type of stuff. And Jay-Z's getting accused of the same thing.
Same fucking thing.
The nerve. That's what I said, the audacity of folks. We're good for the audacity. It's crazy.
And I ain't here to make everybody mad. I'm just here to expose the truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to make everybody mad. I'm just here to expose the truth. And AI was not around when this picture was taken. Let's make this clear. AI was not around when this picture was taken. So like I tell y'all all the time, and I keep telling y'all, Tupac was a funny bunny who liked strange things and did weird experiments. So here we have your boy Tupac Shakur groping on another man's breast, holding it tight, feeling it, grabbing it. And I don't know how you Tupac lovers feel about that. But like I keep telling y'all, pay attention to who you pay attention to. Pay attention to who you pay attention to. We have multiple pictures, multiple outings with Tupac in some very questionable positions.
Well, that's not Tupac. That's a nigga that looked like him, and he just floating this picture around.
Nah, that definitely is Tupac.
So
what you talking about? You that's because you like Tupac. You ain't think Tupac would move like that. You ain't think Tupac moved like that. Definitely Tupac.
No. I mean, listen, he looks like a kid in this picture. I don't know. First of all, I don't know what's happening here. Why are you grabbing on some man's chest?
What's happening?
Some kid's chest.
Can I go grab a woman like that?
Go grab a woman. Well, that's not a woman.
It's man. Exactly. I can't go up to no woman and grab him like that. I can't even go up to no man and grab him like that.
Right. Well, they look like kids. They don't look like grown men.
What you mean? They ninth grade?
Yeah.
10th grade?
Right. So I don't know what's happening. Is that your boyfriend? Are y'all playing? Like what it is? Like I'm not gonna.
He's grooming him.
Yeah, I don't feed into too much.
What you mean? He's grooming him.
Listen, unless a nigga say that was his boyfriend and all that shit, I'm not trying to hear it because people be trying to talk stuff all the time.
Hey,
all the time in the industry, all the time. And then you use childhood pictures to try to solidify your ideas of that this man was this way and I
got a picture of him laying in the bed with a nigga laying on him with his face on his dingling.
I didn't see that. That is not the picture. See it. No, you put it in. That was not the picture. His face was not on his dingling.
He was laying
No, it was not. No, he was not. Both of their heads was up at the top of the head, boy. They were just both in the bed.
Both of their heads was at the top.
Yes.
So one person wasn't laying on another person.
Oh my God.
I'll show it right now.
I didn't say it. You said his head was on his.
Yes, he was laying across and laying by his thing. They wasn't laying on both heads at the headboard. Tupac was up and the other nigga was laying by his head by his thing. What are you talking about? Laying down and we in the bed and we said, what two niggas lay in the bed like this? I ain't never lay with my homies like that.
I don't know. I guess these conversations don't faze me because it's like, damn, okay. Like people out here, we've been hearing some wild stuff. That's why I be like, are people just out here living or are you really paying attention to the exposure of this shit? Like we could be sitting here like, oh my gosh, he's gay or he's not gay. And in actuality, he could be a little fruit, right? But the truth is, he ain't the only one. There's a lot of people. Why are we still having a shock value to these entertainers and being real fucking people?
See, look, even Deli said, Joe Budden said he could believe that the beef with Biggie and Tupac was over Diddy.
It could be.
Exactly.
Right, it could be.
They both was fucking with Diddy. I keep trying to tell you. Tupac had a relationship with Biggie. Had a relationship with Diddy. Then Biggie had a relationship with Diddy. Tupac and Diddy used to be best friends. They were tight. They was doing booty bandit shit. Then Biggie Smalls and Diddy started doing booty bandit shit. I'm telling y'all, Diddy just chose Biggie. When Tupac went to jail, Biggie got real close to Diddy because remember Tupac had Biggie under him. He was teaching him the game, teaching him how to rap. Remember, he said Biggie was sleeping on my couch. No, he wasn't sleeping in his couch. Biggie was sleeping in Tupac's bed too.
Yeah, twin, that's what they say. She said, so you saying Tupac was jealous that Diddy was knocking Biggie down?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying.
Tupac got jealous that Diddy was knocking Biggie down when he went to jail. Tupac said, Biggie, remember when you used to sleep on my couch? Beg a bitch to let me sleep in the house. Nah, he was sleeping on that nigga bed. He wasn't sleeping in that nigga couch. That's y'all think he wants y'all to think he was sleeping in the couch. And he wasn't sleeping in the couch. He was sleeping in the bed. I'm telling y'all, nigga. Y'all know what they tell y'all. Niggas know what was going on. Them niggas was fruitcakes. Diddy was a fruitcake, Biggie was a fruitcake, and Tupac was a fruitcake. I'm going to tell you the truth. They all three were fruitcakes. They all was fighting over each other in a sexual triangle relationship. They all had a sexual triangle relationship. We looking at it like some East Coast, West Coast war, and it really was a sexual relationship between the three. Y'all gonna have to peep game. Google pictures with Tupac and Diddy, and you're gonna see all these pictures come up. For y'all the niggas to be at war, they spent more time as best buddies and best friends than they did enemies. Let's remember they was only enemies for less than a year. That East Coast, West Coast beef was very short. Tupac got out of jail in 95. He was only with Death Row for less than 1 year before he died, his demise in 96. You understand? People don't, it seemed like it was long because he accomplished so much in that year with all the movies and all the shit under Death Row. But he wasn't with Death Row that long. You see what I'm saying? He was there basically not even a year when he got out of jail. He got sentenced in 94, went to jail for a year. He got bail in 95. He died in 96. So how long was he with Death Row?
Right.
So the East Coast, West Coast beef was only a year. Majority of the time he spent fucking Diddy. You can look it up. Diddy had Tupac. Tupac was envious when he went to jail and Tupac knew Diddy and Biggie didn't shoot him and didn't set him up.
Tupac did.
He knew that was Jimmy Henchman and them niggas and Haitian Jack. He knew that. But guess what? He was more envious of Diddy deciding to fuck with P. Diddy now and not fuck him. Oh, you gonna fuck him now? And you ain't gonna fuck me? I'm not your boy tour. We don't do the freak offs no more. Cause trust me, these freak offs ain't just start. These freak off parties been going on since 94 in early 90s, nigga. These niggas, they were even funner back then. What was the Biggie Smalls song he had where they was in the house doing the freak off the house party? What was that?
One More Chance.
What was that? One More Chance with Justin Mom in the pool? Were all them everybody in the house partying, nigga? All P. Diddy videos was everybody partying back then. Go look back at all Biggie Smalls old videos. Everything was a party. It was all a dream. Wasn't that video a party? House party?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
It was a house party.
Everything was a house party back then. Every video was a party, my nigga.
Yeah, because that's how we got to know.
So, come on, man. Don't act like y'all forgot. Niggas was fucking. These niggas was fucking. But my nigga, you might see more pictures of Tupac and Diddy than you see of Tupac and Suge Knight if you Google it. If you Google Tupac and Diddy, you might see more pictures of Tupac and Diddy than you see of Tupac and Suge Knight. They ain't gonna tell you the truth. Twin said, now I'm thinking about the song, How Do You Want It? How do you want it? Now listen, how does it feel? Love when it makes us love.
No.
Hey, they don't tell you the truth. I'm telling you. They will not tell you the truth. How do you want it, nigga? Yeah, we saying it all. Somebody riding, knocking the boots. That's what I said. They know what it was. He said Biggie did say, you look so good, I'll suck on your daddy. He said Biggie did say, you look so good, I'll suck on your daddy.
Oh.
I'm telling you he was, man. I know. You know I know. I know he moved a little different, man. I'm telling y'all. I ain't lying to y'all. Tupac had some tendencies to him that they don't want y'all to know about. Tupac had some tendencies to him that he don't want y'all to know about. That's one of the big things they hear from y'all. Because like I keep telling y'all, Tupac was an industry plant. I keep telling y'all more than anything, Tupac was one of the biggest industry plants to ever be put in hip-hop. And nobody want to believe me. Tupac was an activist. Tupac was not a gangster rapper. They gave this nigga a gangster image. They gave this nigga gangster movies. You see what I'm saying? Like they even told you in the Tupac movie, in the All Eyes on Me, when they put his mom in the movie saying, son, this is not you. What are you doing? They will give you all the tools to destroy yourself. She basically telling y'all this ain't him. This is who you trying to be, son. You're not a gangster. You're supposed to be handing out food at the parks and like how we do. We're activists. We're Black Panthers. But once the government got to him and they say, look, my nigga, you want to get out of jail? We need you to go infiltrate Death Row. We need you to go infiltrate Death Row. We're going to put some cops around you as security guards. Suge Knight knew Tupac was a cop. Y'all better pay attention. Suge Knight knew that they was being infiltrated by Tupac. They all knew. Snoop Dogg knew. Why you think Snoop Dogg didn't give a fuck that they was about to get rid of this nigga? They knew Tupac was a cop. They all knew Tupac was working with them people. Everybody knew. It's fucked up. They had to take him out. Had to take him out like that. The niggas knew. Niggas motherfucking knew. But we about to get up out of here, man. It's 2-hour live. Been rocking on this bitch for 2 hours, man. You know how I do. Got to chop up, do what I do. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Make sure y'all share the live out. Share the live. Make sure y'all tap in to the page. Watch some of my videos, man. Share my videos to Facebook. Share my videos to your friends on Instagram. Tap into your boy Cat, man. We about to turn up. You know how we do at the Bounce News, man. Hit my Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me at the Bounce News on Instagram. Follow me at the Bounce News. That's where it go down on Instagram. And we'll be back, man. We ain't going nowhere. Subscribe to the channel. Support the page. $ Gangster Cat. For all my real ones that's rocking with me. And this was the morning show. You already know. This your boy Gangster Cat. And I got the lowdown. And this is where it go down. You already know. Salute to my mods, man. Salute to all my mods. Love y'all. You already know. Let go.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and